Welcome back, friends. Avoiding some tight ends this year. Let's go. Like I said, we're jumping right into avoiding some tight ends. Let's get right into it. Up first, Kyle Pitts. Now, you might say, Kyle Pitts, that's weird. He was tight end 2 last year. He's still young. He was 5th in average fantasy points per game. He was 4th in routes run at the tight end position. He's going at tight end 6, which is cheaper than he finished. And I still don't like him. With Penix on the field, he averaged just under 10 fantasy points a game, 9.6, which is bad. He's getting a left-handed throwing quarterback, which the left-handed doesn't matter, but I don't trust either of these guys really at all. The Dolphins with Tua were bottom 5 in throws to the tight end position, and obviously they didn't have a Kyle Pitts, so that number I don't think would sustain, and I don't even know who's starting here, but it doesn't really matter for me who because I don't like either of them. Without Drake London on the field, he had a 27% target share, a 28% first read target share, and he averaged 19 fantasy points a game. Pretty good. With London on the field, it's a different story. He had under 20% target share with 19%, a 20% first read target share, and he averaged that 9.6 fantasy points a game. So not great. London is fully back healthy. This quarterback situation is messy. I don't trust Penix. I don't trust Tua. I'm avoiding Pitts, and a lot of it isn't really Pitts' fault. It's just the situation. So I'm probably going to avoid him this year. Up next, this one hurts a little bit because I love him. It's Sam Laporta. He's going at tight end 7 currently, and I think that's a little bit too high. And it's really based that Detroit just has so many mouths to feed. He averaged 5.4 targets a game last season, which is not great. That put him at 15th at the position in average targets a game. His first year was his best year. His rookie season, he finished as tight end 1, which I loved when Ben Johnson was his coach. But things are different now. J-Mo's really excelled. Amon-Ra's still there. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to take over this backfield. He had the 3rd most snaps, but I still think he's too pricey. He had 2 games with more than 7 targets all year long. And yes, he got hurt. He had that back surgery. And so he was gone for a lot of the season. One of the bigger things is he had 6 red zone targets in 9 games. And yes, there is a little bit of volatility with that and unpredictability with red zone targets. But their red zone really is Amon-Ra and Gibbs, I feel like, this year. Could Laporta get involved? Maybe, potentially. And he's going to be on the field like Pitts, but I just don't super trust him if he's getting 5.5 targets a game. So probably not taking Laporta unless he falls lower. This one is tough. It's George Kittle going at tight end 9. He tore his Achilles. He's 32. He's going to be 33 this fall. Over the last 4 years, he's averaged 4.5 catches a game. And this one just hurts my heart a little bit, right? Torn Achilles are terrible, as we know. I don't need to bring it up again. 71% of tight ends return to play after tearing their Achilles, which is a pretty good rate for the NFL in comparison. A wideout is in like the 50s. But if you think of it as 1 of 4 tight ends won't return to their full potential that they were, that's scary. Last year, he had 11 yards per catch, which is the lowest of his career. They added Mike Evans. They added Christian Kirk, which I'm not super worried about him. I just don't super trust him coming off the injury. I don't think he's going to be ready week 1. And if he is, I don't think he's going to be 100%. Jake Tongas, I think, is the move early. I think he'll be back, obviously, for the season. Will he be himself again? That's what scares me, right? So I think tight end 9 is a little too rich for him. Love George Kittle, wishing him the best in his recovery, but I just can't. I can't do it. Fun fact, last year he had 1 rush for -3 yards. I thought that was funny. And last, I've talked about him a lot already this year, so I'm not going to get a ton into it. At tight end 10, it's Dalton Kincaid. The biggest things, right, he's not on the field like a lot of these other guys. He had a 38% snap share, 46% route participation. He's just not playing. So if he played as much as George Kittle, I would love him. If he played as much as Kyle Pitts or Sam Laporta, would love him. But he's just not on the field. The Bills are bottom 7 in targets to the tight end position. He finished at tight end 27 in targets a game, again, just because he's not on the field. They had DJ Moore, which probably doesn't help him at all. And the Bills pass 14% less than the average team in the red zone. It's Josh Allen, it's James Cook. And then if you're at like the 7 or the 6-yard line, maybe they'll throw it. But they just don't throw the ball in the end zone. And they don't need to. Love Kincaid as a player in the NFL for the Bills, but it's a tight end committee like I've talked about. I don't think things are super changing. And if they are, I don't think they're changing positively for him. Yeah, and he was injured last year. I don't know where that lands this year. I'm just going to avoid it. A tight end 10. Too pricey. Love him, but I can't do it. Anyway, that is all the tight ends we are avoiding. We are moving on to the happiness, the drafting, next week, which I'm super excited about. We will talk to you soon. Peace out.